Hello, ladies and gents. Long time no see, but welcome back to the Albion Angle podcast. Probably episode 11. I can't
Something
remember
like
because
that. I think
it's been too long.
it's been over a month, Archie. Actually,
Been over a month.
hit the month mark.
I've been a very busy man.
Yeah, we
I've
all
got
have.
these things called exams. I've done 3 of them in the last. I've done more than 3, but I've done 3 important ones in the last month. But we're back in the game now.
Big time. We're back just before Christmas. It's everyone's favourite time of the year. You know, the FA Cup draws just happened, and we got the incredible draw of Manchester United away, which will no doubt be about £70.
I'll be watching
on
the Mighty
Monday.
Hawks that day. Play Cheshunt at home. I'm not going to I'm not going to pay £50 to go to Old Trafford for an under-18s ticket.
No. It's just the most deflating draw ever, you know, especially like when we got to the latter stage of that draw yesterday and we could have pulled out Mansfield, Macclesfield, Crystal Palace.
4 out of 5 teams. It was Sheffield United, Mansfield, Macclesfield,
Crystal Palace.
or Crystal Palace, and we got the worst one.
We got Man United.
You got the only tie which you probably would have wanted at home. And we got them away, and it'll be on a Monday. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's one of them where it's just not great.
So
we play both Manchester clubs within 4 days in Manchester.
Yeah, so I hope it'll probably end up being Jack, Colin, and Tom who are there. So I hope them 3 enjoy themselves. Oh, and Billy.
Yeah, Billy Simmons and Josh Matthews will be there.
Yeah, so them 5 can enjoy it, but I won't be there. But we've got some better news and a bit of a thank you to make. The Spotify Wrapped came out last Wednesday, and our stats, I'll get them up on my phone, were quite
impressive.
Quite impressive,
reading.
yeah. So we are a top 10 show for 101 fans. We're a top 5 show for 87 fans. We're a top 1 show for 34 fans. We've reached 13 countries, and the 5th most reached country is Australia, 4th Finland, 3rd Belgium, 2nd United States, and 1st the United Kingdom. Fans listen to us for longer than 78% of our shows, which is a very good effort considering that I'm normally talking absolute. I'm talking absolute crap. Our debut season was more popular than 84% of other new shows. You received more shares than 85% of other shows, and that's it. So, thank you very much. I'd like to know who's the listeners in Finland and Belgium. So do contact us if you're listening to us from Finland or Belgium.
Yeah, we have got our Spotify comments open, so you can comment if you are from Finland or Belgium. Let us know that
all the other 8 countries which didn't make the top
5.
The top 5 countries.
But yeah, so that is a very, very positive reading. So thank you very much to everyone who's contributed and listened and shared.
Now Whitehawk's gone international.
Yeah, Whitehawk have gone international because 13 countries will be
Well, we've got me and Jack when we went to Japan last year. We made a Asian Whitehawk supporters club, which has now got 2 South Koreans and a Japanese man in it. So, Whitehawk are massive. And Eli Edwards has brought. He had his England Whitehawk flag spotted when England played at Old Trafford like 2 years ago.
Yeah, Eli's had his England Whitehawk flag spotted everywhere. There was one spotted in Germany for the Euros.
Yeah, we're massive.
So Whitehawk have gone global. Anyway, since the last time we've recorded, we've played Crystal Palace away, Brentford at home, Nottingham Forest away, Villa at home, and West Ham at home. So we've got quite a few games to sort of gloss over a little bit. We'll start with Crystal Palace. Decent point. Very, very decent point, Archie.
I mean,
you'd have taken that before the game, but if you actually look back at the chances we had in the game, we probably should have
that game we did everything right, other than take our chances.
Yeah.
Similar theme for most games.
Yeah.
Jorginho, by the way, what a prat.
Oh, but
They,
I mean,
I
you
think he
can't
would
really
have
knock it
scored
because if
from
you
that
don't ask, you
run.
don't get. And they
That
had
was
years of Zaha
terrible.
doing the same thing. But it is one of the worst dives
No,
I've ever seen.
there was no
Tragic,
need
tragic
for him to
dive.
dive there, and we
No.
probably would have ran away 1-0 winners.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, really not good. But no, I thought we played quite well. They were probably a bit there for the taking,
Yeah.
considering
Yeah.
they kind of
Played
blew
on
out all their
Thursday, didn't they?
steam
Yeah.
on that Thursday night. But no, good day. It's a month ago today now,
Yeah, it was.
actually.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Um, Good point. Considering at the time we probably needed to get 4 points out of Leeds and Palace, and we obviously did, and it probably
Yeah.
could have even been 6. 6 points out of 6 at one point. But
Yeah.
no, I think it was a good point to take, and didn't obviously winning the FA Cup after beating Stockport and Doncaster doesn't mean you all of a sudden win every game, does it?
No, no, and they've got an easy draw this year as well. They got
Yeah,
Macclesfield away. So
it's
if
going to
they
be a bit harder to try and stop everyone seeing you fighting in Macclesfield.
Jeepers, yeah. I mean, there's been a lot that's gone on with them recently as well with their whole.
Yeah, no. Apparently, there's going to be a big showdown in Dublin.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard one of the groups say they're not coming light-handed and post a bunch of knife emojis. So if they're gonna go stab up their own fans, then
This is gonna
yeah,
be prime entertainment.
yeah, 100%. It might actually be worth just going out to Dublin just to see what happens, just to watch it, because obviously it's the most embarrassing, pathetic fan base in world football are once again revealing themselves to be as embarrassing and pathetic as we
Yeah,
know they are.
and they also all thought that their own player got arrested. That was weird.
Yeah, they were all
They
coming out
all were
saying it was
adamant that
Munoz.
their own player had got arrested, and I mean it wasn't my shout of Yves Bissouma. It was Ivan
It
Toney
was Ivan
apparently.
Toney, yeah. I was
Yeah.
very shocked to hear that.
Yeah, no, but Crystal Palace fans all of a sudden rushed to say, "Oh yeah, our player's been arrested," and it's like, no, you watched him hurt his knee in the week. Well, actually, no, they didn't watch him because the game was outside of the M25.
Yeah,
Tell you
obviously,
what, if I am going to give Crystal Palace fans a bit of credit, shout out to the Crystal Palace fan, or they might not even be a Crystal Palace fan, but shout out to the person in the Crystal Palace end who got Dean Henderson's shirt
I
at
wore it on a
Burnley
night out.
away and wore it at a night out. That was that's a
Yeah, that
rare
was quite
good
funny.
Crystal Palace moment. So shout out to
Yeah,
whoever
no,
they are.
that was quite funny. But he's a Leeds uni student, so he
Yeah,
could actually be
apparently
Palace.
a load of Adam Wharton's like brothers mates were just at the back giving it to the Burnley fans all
Well,
game.
he's Blackburn, isn't he? So,
Yeah.
speaking of Blackburn, I'm there actually later on. But Palace was a good point. Then we had the international break after that. And then we come back after the international break with a very wet game at home to Brentford. I didn't go to that one. It's only the third home game, only the third game all season that I've missed. But you were there, Archie. What did you
Yeah.
make of Brentford at home?
Good win, very good win. A rare
Yeah,
penalty save. That was some
he needed to save one
scenes.
eventually. He had to get one
Yeah,
eventually, and he got one when it
yeah.
mattered
No,
most.
I think we were probably the better team on the day. Um, I must admit, I can't remember much of that game. I made a new friend that day. Actually, that's what I remember. One of Jack's work colleagues, who's a Swindon fan, actually,
Ooh.
but he lives near Brentford, and so he goes to the game, and it shows how much of a good friend he was because I've forgotten his name. I think it was Joe. So shout out to Joe. But no, yeah, it was a good performance. Good to see Jack Hinchelwood back and on the score sheet.
Yeah,
that day. Danny Welbeck with an unbelievable goal.
yeah, very good
That
finish.
goal won't get spoken about as much, but that's a goal of the
Great
season
finish. It's a
contender.
great finish.
Um, yeah, no, but very good. Um, very good. 3 points. That's it. 3 points.
Yeah.
I think that was the first game without the screen, and I'm going to have to make a call out. Can they please stop singing "We Want Our Screen Back"?
Oh yeah, it's the only chant of that section of the stand.
Bear in
Chants.
mind, bear in mind that there will be a lot of people who are in there who are like, "Where are you at the 15? Where were you at the Goldstone? Where you didn't have a
Mm,
screen there. You didn't have a
mm.
screen. You're there to watch the game on the pitch. Get on with it."
Yeah. Stop chanting about the screen. It's not going to get moved. The only reason it got moved in the first place is to allow space for that north upper to come in. And it'll be
Yeah.
these same people that say like, "Oh well, I love the ground expansion. It's really really good." And it's like, well then, get on with the fact your screen's not going to be there.
Yeah. Leave your screen. I haven't. I don't think I've. In my seat, I'm very capable in my seat, and I've been doing it since the dawn of time. To see the screen from the south stand
Yeah,
is really not that much of an effort. And bear in mind, you're there to watch the football on the pitch and not on the screen. So if you want to watch it on the screen, go home.
yeah. There's fire sticks for less than a season ticket. That's all I'm going to say. So if you
Yeah,
want to watch
but
it on the
there
screen,
we
get a
go.
fire stick.
There we go. If you want a screen, get a grip or move.
Yeah.
Uh,
To be fair, those lot will be the lot that'll end up moving to the south when that opens. They'll have a screen right behind them there again, so they can chant, "Oh, we got our screen back!" Like, great, whatever.
yeah.
What was it
No, but
after?
Brentford was a good 3 points. Keith Andrews returned to the Amex.
Yeah, Keith Andrews did return to the Amex. I remember
I'm
watching
really, I'm
Keith
really
Andrews in the 2013-14 season for us.
Yeah,
Uh,
I must admit, I can't remember anything from that game, so I'm really, really clutching at straws
I
to
can remember that it rained, there was
give
a
an
lot of empty
analysis. Oh yeah,
seats, and we won, which is the case for most of our home games over
battered
the
it
past
down
2
that day.
years. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I do actually want to make a comment about the empty seat
Oh my
situation.
god, I
Uh,
think people need to get a grip over this travel because it's really not that bad.
I'm sorry, you could have been travelling 71 miles each week to Gillingham. But no, you get on a 5-minute train from Brighton out to Falmouth. You can drive it, you can bus it.
But
I
this
do not
travel, like
understand
this,
this
it's not
whole
that bad.
situation where like, oh, I can't, I have to leave early because I can't get the train. Oh, well, you can just wait. I have to leave early because there'll be traffic. I have to get the first bus. No, you can wait. If you have to like nip off for work, I understand it. Leave early. But
Yeah,
like,
I must admit, like on Sunday, there's no way that amount of people need to desperately be somewhere at
no,
20
no,
to
no,
20
no,
to
no, no.
4 on a Sunday afternoon.
No, I know it's like, oh well, I pay my money for a ticket. I can leave when I want. Like, fair enough. But like, at the end of the day, the team need their backing until the
And the
final
travel's
whistle. If
really
the
not
ground's
that
half
bad.
empty at the final whistle, it's obviously not going to spur the team on. If the team
The
leaves,
travel,
see everyone leaving.
it's just not that bad as well. Like I know
Nah,
the actual trains at Brighton Station were actually bad on Sunday, so I'll give
yeah,
it. But most games, right? You can stay there for 90 minutes, and you can be on a train within 20 minutes after the game.
yeah, which is better than most away grounds actually.
Like genuinely, a lot of these people who leave early, I don't think this isn't going to be a I'm a better fan than you, but I think a lot of people who go and get on the train early are not frequent away attendees. If you think Manchester City, you've got a 25-minute walk into the town centre. Man United, I think, is about 40, unless you get on the tram where there's big queues for that with a bunch
Yep,
of wrong uns. Liverpool, it's about a 2-hour walk to Lime
yeah,
Street. I was looking the other day because we're gonna get in the van, and even if you go to Kirkdale, that's still about 20-minute walk.
yep,
Same for Everton again, about a half an hour walk into the centre. You know, So all these grounds are pretty much the same, and it's kind of like it's just really not that bad. I mean, if you're getting on
No,
a
it's not.
bus, which you can get on from like even Dorking, you can get on a bus, and that's like not even in Sussex. You get a priority leave in front of all the cars. You can park your car in Hove or at the what's it called, the race course, and you're
Yeah,
still well. I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean it's pretty good. And then
it is.
the trains you can either stay behind for a bit and walk on one, or just wait for 20 minutes. Like I get the
Yeah,
midweek ones. The midweek ones are bad,
yeah.
but
And I
like
understand it like midweek, but on a weekend, you know, we were what? It's obviously a bit of a like a wild example, but we were 4-1 up against Crystal Palace at home a couple of years back, and still we had people in the 75th, 80th minute. We had about 7,000 people like fuck off and leave, and it's like I'm sorry,
also
but
other than
what more do the
I
players need
looked
to do to keep you in the ground at that point?
I looked into this the other day. Other than Tottenham and Leeds at home, every single game has had something significant happen beyond the 80th minute. Fulham, last minute, Fulham goal. Man City, last minute goal for us.
Yep,
What was it? Newcastle, Welbeck scored in, I think, the 85th minute.
yeah,
Um, Brentford, last minute penalty save, and our goal in the 85th minute.
yep,
Villa, we scored in the 84th minute.
yep.
And then West Ham, we scored in the last minute. So that's six different key moments which has happened in
Mm,
the game.
yeah, yeah.
With in the last 10 minutes, like still with stoppage time to go. So it's kind of like you're not getting your value for money if you leave before all these key moments usually happen. And it's
I know it's a
I
bit
don't
of
get
a
it. I don't think it's that
yeah.
bad.
And also, it's another bit of another prime example is like when we were in Europe, right? We played Marseille at home. We scored late in that game, but there wasn't you couldn't find an empty seat in the house for that. No, no, because it's different. Everyone stays for that game, but you can't stay for Leeds or Burnley. I don't get it. It's like if you're going
Yeah.
to support the teams through the highs, you've got to support them through the
And
lows.
also, if you're not going because it's raining,
Yeah,
you're
get a grip,
why are
get
you
a
not
life.
so like you're not going to an event where you're going to sit under a roof because it's raining.
Yeah, just get a life.
It's like,
I'm
what are
sorry,
you doing?
there wasn't roofs at Withdean, and it's the same people would be like, "Oh, well, like look where we've come from." But it's like there wasn't roofs at Withdean. People had to sit in ponchos at Withdean because there wasn't a roof. But they get all of a sudden a shiny new stadium, and it's like, well, it's raining, so I don't want to go. What
I
what are
know.
you what are you on about?
And
That's
also,
my
the
little
club
rant
have
over
done the
anyway.
club have done all
Um,
they can because they
yeah,
can't they can't tell Southern Rail what like you should be doing this. They've given
yeah,
us free travel. They've given us as much as they can, and actually, Southern Rail they give us a train once every 10 minutes, which is more than I believe, more than what they
yeah.
usually
Oh, it's
run.
a lot more. They normally run a train every half an hour through Falmer.
Yeah, and it's like there's
You're
one
right,
every ten
yeah.
minutes, and so it's like, and then if they're doing more trains than they usually are, then unfortunately they're going to have to be four carriages because they can't have massive eight carriage
Well, there's
trains
only a
going
select amount
once
of
every ten
carriages out
minutes.
in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like they can't magic up more.
I
There's
know.
only a select amount that they can actually use.
I did
So
see quite a funny thing on I think it was North Stand Chat Facebook today, which was like people still moan about the travel, and there's a picture of a monorail, there's a picture of an airport, there's a picture of a helipad somewhere.
yeah, yeah,
Some people can't be pleased. There we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Some
yeah. That
people
is.
can't be pleased. But anyway, let's talk about football again. Let's talk
Speaking of
about a
being
ground.
pleased, Nottingham Forest away was after Brentford, and I was
Yeah, let's talk
very,
about a
very,
ground which
very
is
pleased.
another 15-minute walk for transport. See, there we go.
Forest
Uh,
away,
yeah, no,
very, 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 very good. It's the best we have looked since that really good run in March last year. That it was unbelievable. That Forest away was the performance I have been waiting for all year. It was
yeah,
so good.
I don't want to do the whole compare to Deserby thing again, but I think that was the first first Fabian Hertzler game where we started the game like De Zerbi, where we just got a load of chances off in the first 15 minutes and basically just made Forest shit themselves.
Yes.
And then they completely panic. We go 1-0 up, and then it's our day. And I mean, I don't want to compare it to De Zerbi, but it worked.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you know,
It did work.
just fire shots and you'll score. Right, sorry, we had a slight interruption there as I had a really idiotic. And apologies if you're listening to this, but you're not very good at your job. If you've just delivered my parcel, one, you stank of cigarettes, and it's like you're driving. Two, he dropped off the wrong parcel, and so he knocked on my door again. And then I took the parcel, shut the door. Then he knocked on my door again. He was like, "I need to scan it." And it was like, so 4 out of 10 must try harder.
Yeah.
Right, there we go. That's my. Oh, if anyone lives in the Rottingdean area, I'm sure you've been really enjoying the the numerous complaints about every parcels. Oh, it is an entertaining read if you're ever looking to look at wound up people, which sometimes is quite nice, you know. As long
Yeah.
as it's not you which is getting annoyed, it's quite enjoyable actually to
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
watch people get wound up.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the football chat at Nottingham Forest, which, as I was previously saying, was probably the first Fabian Hertzler performance, which you probably could compare to a prime De Zerbi performance,
The
or
only
at
other one I
least
can think of is the first game of last season, Everton away.
his first game.
Mm.
But no, absolutely superb performance.
Yeah. Always really looked in control of
See,
that as well.
now
Only really
I'm going
a
to get
little bit.
slated for this, and I have done for a long time. And now all of a sudden, this makes me negative. But I think I'm just stating a fact.
Yep.
Good for Simmers. He scored a goal, but it wasn't going on target, so it's technically an own goal.
Yeah.
It was a heavy touch, so it
Yeah.
wasn't a shot. And I know he's injured now, and obviously it's a bit of a shame. But I think people are avoiding the fact that he's actually quite lazy.
Lazy.
See, I know he hasn't played much, right? But he scored against Oxford, Barnsley, and then he's played an Arsenal second team, which is probably like a team which around a Newcastle level team, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of Newcastle level teams, and he can't perform. He had the exact same chance against Oxford, scored. Exact same chance against Premier League team, missed.
Mm.
And you do just watch him, and it's a shame because the Aston Villa game, I was actually about to praise him before he then went and got injured 10 minutes in. But
Did you do his
I
ACL? I
think,
think it is his ACL that it looked like that's
yeah,
the
it's
way he fell. He went
some knee
down.
thing.
Something horrible.
But no, I think that he was a bit lazy, and obviously it's a shame he's got injured. And this is going to sound really negative, and especially Ben Langley. I've started calling him a happy clapper recently. Especially Ben Langley will get annoyed with this, but I just don't think he was the amazing player in the first few appearances he had that everyone made him out to be.
Yeah.
I think Babis was better, and he is better.
I was going to say the same thing. I think Kostoulas has shown a lot more in the minutes he's played than Seamas did. And I know Kostoulas' only goal contribution came at Manchester United, but it was a great finish. And I would like to actually see Kostoulas start on the wing in the absence of Mitoma, because that's where
But
he came on.
He came on against West Ham, and made the biggest difference. I think
He came on the wing against
we
West Ham and made a
somehow had
massive
22
difference.
shots. I was told this by. Well, I wasn't told this. I saw this on the video by. I can't remember his name. I think it's Alex. He's a West Ham
Yeah,
TikToker.
yeah.
We
I've
had
seen.
22 shots, and genuinely, I left a comment going, there is no way we had 22 shots. And he was like, yeah, but the four on target only happened through Costellas's contribution since he came on. So Babis is a one to watch.
Yeah, I feel like he was unlucky not to score actually on Sunday, and he come on the wing as he did away at Man United and completely changed the game. So, in my opinion, I don't want to see any of this malarkey with us playing two fullbacks on the same wing or us playing Gomez out wide. I thought Gomez had a particularly bad game on Sunday, which is unlucky for him because I think he's been one of our decent-ish players this year. But I'd like to see Babis Costellas start out wide at Liverpool this weekend. I would also like to see...
We have actually skipped out the game. We need to talk about Aston Villa briefly.
Yeah. But let's talk about Villa now then. I
Yeah,
also wasn't there. I was working. Life gets in the way sometimes.
I think now Villa got a very good result against Arsenal. Our result against them doesn't look as bad as it did at the time. I don't really know what went wrong. I think Aston Villa are just a better team than us, and that if we finish above them, we will be in a Champions League position come the end of the season. I just think Aston Villa are a very good footballing team.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
and it's just a bit of a shame, really. I mean, we were 2-0 up, and that's what makes it not look very good. But yeah, horrible refereeing performance. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Our first goal shouldn't have stood because it was never a corner.
Yeah.
Their second goal probably should never have happened because the referees played 2 minutes overtime.
Yeah.
And I know it's a minimum, but if nothing happens in those minimum minutes, you call it there.
Yeah.
And if the ball goes out, then the referee would have blown for half time. But because Marco Bizot had it in his hands and booted it long, he plays on. So
yeah.
I don't think that's it's not fair. Actually, no, it probably is fair, but just a terrible refereeing performance for both teams. I think it's a shame we didn't get a point. Because I think there were definitely periods in the game where we deserved a point, but I just think Aston Villa are ultimately a better team than us.
Yeah,
and they're just ultimately our bogey team. So
yeah, we don't.
I'll never be that
frustrated
with a loss against Aston Villa because it happens all the time.
Yeah, and we've lost far worse games to Villa than
that. We lost them 3-0 at home last year,
and we lost 6-1 away the year before that.
Yeah, so
it's just one of them. I think obviously the only thing that really frustrated a lot of people about is that the fact we were 2-0 up, and it's again a case of us being in a very comfortable winning position and dropping points. But you can't be too annoyed. As I said, Villa are a much better team than us. Like they are miles ahead of where we are at the minute, and that is just due to the sheer amount of money and the difference in managers that they have. I mean, they have got one of the best managers in the world, and we've got a manager that's still learning. So, there's always going to be cases like that. I think they just manage games a lot better than us, and they just are a lot better than us. And Emery just is a lot better than Hertzler. But I don't want to be too negative. West Ham was all right. Not really. The last 20 minutes were all right. Before that,
I still don't understand why West Ham fans are complaining about our goal.
Yeah, having looked at it back, it's come off his knees first.
I guess they could argue about the Costellas overhead kick, but it's clear that he's not intentionally. He's not gone to hurt the player, or he's done a move essentially which requires you to have your feet in the air.
Yeah,
and he's well within his rights to do that. It's not like he stood and shot his leg up into the sky.
And also the defender's not complained that he's almost like his foot's in the air.
Yeah, well, the defender didn't make any contact. He actually made contact with his calf. So it's not going to seriously impact him. And two, he has just got on with it.
Yeah.
So respect to him actually. And also, it's not handball.
No. It's
It
bounced up off
hit his
his thigh.
armpit.
It
Hit his
also bounced
armpit
up off
there.
his thigh, yeah. So
Yeah, come off his thigh and onto his sleeve, and within the rules, that's not a handball.
and
So
it's
it's
also
a
not directly led to the goal because Areola's made the save and then it's come back and he's then scored. So it's three things there, which for me mean it's a goal. So
fair goal. Cry
completely,
more.
completely fair goal. But
But
the
no, I thought
performance
both teams
was,
played pretty crap. I thought we played terrible, but West Ham were just worse.
yeah, that was fair. That's a very fair comment. I think we were absolutely awful,
Yeah,
to
it's
say the
really
least. I think we were really, really
a
bad.
really super Sunday. I actually feel like a complete prat because I was actually trying to defend us being on TV before that. Going, there's more teams than like Man City and Arsenal, and then
And then
we
that
really didn't help our case by dropping that absolute crap.
stinker of a game. Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't anything to scream or shout about. But let's look forward. Let's look forward. We've got a big game this Saturday. It's potentially Mohamed
Huge,
Salah's
huge
last game for
game.
Liverpool, in which he probably won't even play because he's a melt. He is a massive melt. I don't understand why players come out and do this when they get benched. He has got an ego higher than God knows what, but I think he's an absolute melon.
Yeah,
What's your
no, I
opinion
don't.
on the whole situation?
Ryan Adset made a very good tweet about this. Actually, he replied to a tweet about from April time where they got a thrown out for Salah, and he was sat in the middle of the pitch, and then he's kind of like, "This is like, look at what you've done," essentially. It just shows that you've always got to be on your A game, especially as a professional athlete.
Yeah,
Because before you know it, it could all be gone.
yeah.
Um,
And he's not
but
really helped his own case with his on-pitch performances this year. I think he's been pretty crap
yeah,
this
he's
year
been
for Liverpool.
terrible.
And
Yeah, but
so,
anyway, I don't care about him.
no, I care about
Also,
us.
um, you you might have seen Sky Sports did an interview thing, and there's this guy who me and my friend Zach, friend of the show, frequently frequently watched. He's called Jack Raworth.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. I've seen him.
he's in this Peaky Blinders-esque suit, and he's gone on Sky. Bear in mind, this guy's a Forest fan. He's
Yeah,
not even a
he's
Liverpool
banned
fan.
from Forest, isn't
He
he?
was there. He was there to watch Joey Barton's court case.
Yeah, he was in the public gallery, wasn't he?
Has free speech died in this country, Joey? Has free speech died in this country? And there's like these all professional journalists, and then there's just him in this suit which hasn't been cleaned for about 3 weeks, chasing after him. And then he actually gets a handshake off of him because he goes, "Stay safe, Joey. Tar, mate." And then he goes to and then he goes on Sky Sports News, and he goes, "Quite frankly, if you're not like, then jog on." Oh, he is one of the best people to grace the internet.
Oh no, he's so funny.
He's
But I've heard
brilliant.
he's
But no, quality journalism.
yeah, just oh,
I
it's
want to keep up
mental.
with current
It's
affairs.
mental.
A lot of my friends don't like current affair. Oh, he's brilliant.
Uh. But anyway, we travel to Anfield on Saturday, Archie, a place where we normally play actually
Yeah.
quite well, whether we get a result or not. I'm quietly confident for Saturday, you know.
Yeah, I think we have got a slim chance of doing one of the greatest things for our football club, which would be beating Liverpool, Slot getting sacked, and Glasner
Glasner being the
going
Liverpool
to
manager.
Liverpool. No, I don't really know what to think about Saturday because I mean we're coming off of what was a pretty crap performance on Sunday, and Liverpool will feel that they have. Well, I mean, I say that, but Liverpool have probably gone into every game in the last like 15 going, we have to win this game.
Yeah, they're off the back of a pretty poor performance at Leeds.
Poor point at Leeds. Yeah, I think I think both teams are probably going to go into this feeling like they need a win. I think it should be a
Yeah.
well contested game.
Yeah, it will be.
Because I
Definitely.
feel like Liverpool now they've got the whole Salah thing. It'll be interesting to see how they do tonight. We're recording this on Tuesday, by the way. If
Yeah,
anyone's
yeah. So they play
interested,
Inter
it'll be
Milan away
interesting to see
tonight.
how they do tonight at Inter. But
Let's just hope they're left running until the 90th minute and they're absolutely tired.
yeah, I think they are there for the taking again.
Yeah,
I
100%.
think they're definitely there for the taking, and I think that it is probably the best ever chance we'll have to win there.
Other than the time we actually won there.
Yeah.
Because they
But
were on a similar run of form then, actually. And that was also the year after they won the league as well. And they were on a pretty torrid run of
yeah,
form. We went there and beat them.
I was saying this in
So
the Albert on Sunday to Craig. Again, another probably the fifth shout of the day. Shout out to Craig.
yeah,
We were talking about Liverpool, and I just said that I don't think they're very good at. I think they get too excited when they win things.
yep,
Because, as you mentioned, the exact same thing happened after they last won the Premier League. They got overexcited, bought a load of players they didn't need, and then played like crap.
yep,
And they've done it again now. Even after they won the FA Cup and got to the Champions League final, they got ahead of themselves, bought a load of players they didn't need, and then ended up not even getting in the Champions League.
yeah.
But yeah, I must admit I do kind of feel bad for Slot because I don't think this is all his fault. I think he did get a load of players which he didn't necessarily need, but we are kind of getting to a point now where it's kind of like, come on, mate. Like, I know this isn't all your fault, but like you are
You've got to do
partly
more to make it not your
yeah,
fault.
you are partly to blame for how these world class players like
Aren't
cannot
they?
play.
Yeah. But I'm quite
Yeah,
excited for Saturday. I think we've got quite a good
I think it's going to be
opportunity
a
to go there.
hostile atmosphere.
Yeah, especially if
I think
Salah comes on in like the 60th, it'll be one of the games that just turns on a moment.
yeah, I think to be safe in this game, we've got to obviously get a goal, but I think we've got to get 2 goals. I don't think this is going to be a case of where we can get 1 goal and we'll be fine going into like added time at 1-0 or 2-1.
No.
I think we've constantly got to have a 2-goal lead to be firmly comfortable in this one, because I think
Yeah.
if they get a 1-goal lead, it's a lot easier for the fans to like properly get on the players' backs and
Happened
be
last year. We were 1-0 up at half time, and start
yeah,
the second half, the fans like that completely changed the game. They scored 2 goals in about 10 minutes, tore the game away from us.
yeah.
So
So
this year,
I think we've got to get a 2-goal lead
yeah,
if we
100%.
want to definitely win it or
Yeah,
definitely get a good result. And I'm going to say, here we go. I'm going to do a score prediction here.
I'll give you one as well.
I'm going to say we're going to win
Yeah.
3-1.
I'm going
And
to
I
say...
think I'm going to give goal scorers. Here we go. I'm going to sound like a proper nerd now. I think that Danny Welbeck, Lewis Dunk,
Ooh.
and Rutter will score.
I think we are going to win 4-2.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. We're going to win 4-2. I think Liverpool, Ekatike will score twice. And I think for us, Welbeck will get 1, Kostulas will get 2, and Jorginho will get 1.
I think Lewis Dunk is overdue a goal.
Yeah, he's been our best defender this year by a country mile.
Bear in mind, we started scoring from corners now.
Yeah, we can score from corners. It's just
And
about
so
time.
I think
Lewis Dunk gets one.
Dunky will get a goal from a corner.
Yeah. That's about it. Arch, is there anything else you wanna get out there? Few other stats and things, or
oh yeah, I'll do my whole promote all the other teams because the club don't do it.
yeah,
If you want to watch the under-21s, they've got 2 European games this week. I can't go tomorrow, but they are playing Real Sociedad under 21s.
Nice.
And then I'm not sure. I think that one might be sold out, or there's only like 5 tickets left. And they're playing PSG
Ooh.
on Sunday. Unfortunately, you have to make a choice if you're a women's fan. I do like watching the women's team, but it's not every day you get to watch Brighton PSG.
No.
Apparently, we have played them once before. Apparently, we played them in a friendly many years ago before they became a good team. That could just be completely wrong.
Yeah.
But apparently we did. So no, if you want to go to the training ground, it's a quite nice place. I think you've got to be a season ticket holder to buy a ticket. But no, PSG's there. And then if you can't go to PSG because you're not a season ticket holder or you just can't go, the women's team playing Chelsea at 11:55 in the morning. So a bit of a poor kickoff time, but
Yeah, that is an awful.
if you want to do that, you can. And next Tuesday, the 16th, if you fancy watching some FA Cup action, it's the FA Youth Cup in Stevenage. So you could get a 92 ground ticked off and watch Brighton in FA Cup action. They are playing Tottenham under 18s, and hopefully my boy Fraser Widdop will
Oi.
play. I've bought my ticket. It was £2 and I think £5 for adults. So not terrible. Direct train from Brighton you can get on the Thames Link.
Yeah.
So get up to Stevenage if you can next Tuesday. 7 o'clock kickoff. That is
Nice one. Nice one. Thank you to everyone who has made it this far. The episodes will be much more regularly now, seeing as I finished my uni stuff for Christmas this week, and Archie's finished his exams until after Christmas. So the episodes will be coming out much more regularly. We will see you next week at some point after the Liverpool game and before we face Sunderland at home. So yeah, thank you very much for everyone who's got this far, and we shall see you next week.
Yeah.